Hello, and thank you for watching this training tutorial demonstrating the Case Manager review for a client on the CAS queue. My name is Megan Starnes, and I'm your training coordinator for MDHA. The Case Manager review process in this video should be used for all clients with a status of incomplete documentation on the CAS queue. With recent updates to our CAS implementation inside ClientTrack HMIS, Case managers and CAS admins can communicate more efficiently about what is needed for a client using the following steps. Case managers will use the Case Manager review to view the status page and read the comments left by the CAS admin, take the actions needed to complete the client's CAS record, and use Case Manager review to change the client's CAS intake status to pending second review. This process happens inside HMIS with no need for Spiceworks Help Desk tickets. Let's go through this process together. After logging into ClientTrack, check your account information to be sure you're logged in under HMIS Programs and Dallas and Collin County's CAS. From the Home workspace, in the menu on the left, click Coordinated Access System, CAS, then select the CAS queue. On the CAS queue, find the client in question and click the action arrow next to the client's name. Then click Case Manager Review. This status page is viewable by any user with CAS access. CAS admins at MDHA use this page to complete the status review for a client and record their match to a housing intervention. If the CAS admin reviews the client's record and determines that more action is needed from the case manager, the client's CAS intake status will be recorded as incomplete documentation, and the CAS admin will leave comments for further instructions in the reason for change of score or incomplete reason fields. Case managers should read both of these fields to determine what actions might need to be taken to complete this client's CAS record. Reasons that a status might be marked as incomplete documentation and required actions can be found on this cheat sheet titled CAS Queue Status Guide, and these can vary based on the intervention the client has been matched to. In the example on the screen, the client has an incomplete intake assessment, and there is missing universal data. Several of these fields are empty. The CAS admin comment might say that the universal data is incomplete. Universal data is recorded in the CAS intake assessment, so that is where this correction needs to be made. Let's go through those steps now. Back on the CAS queue, I can use the action arrow to select this client and be taken straight to their record. Of course, you can navigate to your client's workspace and search for the client to find them there as well. On the client's dashboard, click on the action arrow next to the CAS enrollment and choose Edit CAS Entry Workflow. You can choose Save and Close or No Changes until you get to the Universal Data page of the workflow. On this page, I see where the workflow was somehow saved, although it's incomplete. Let's complete these data elements. Once every question has been answered, we'll continue through the rest of the workflow, confirming that all the data is accurate. Remember, always work to the end of the workflow and click Finish to close the workflow. This step is extremely important. Now the case manager must change the client status on the CAS queue to communicate to the CAS admin that the update has been completed. After completing the actions requested by the CAS admin, whether that be completing the HUD assessment or uploading more documentation or completing the VI SPDAT, navigate back to the CAS queue. Find the client and click on the action arrow next to their name. Choose Case Manager Review. This is the same page we viewed in step 1 of this video. In the drop-down for CAS intake status, choose Pending Second Review, then click Save. Now on the CAS queue, find your client and confirm that the status is saved and displaying as Pending Second Review. CAS admins will review clients with this status again to continue with their match, prioritization, and referral. This process can continue multiple times. If the CAS admin completes a second review and sees that more information is needed, they may mark the status as incomplete documentation again. In that instance, the case manager would follow all of these steps again. 1. Use the Case Manager Review to view the status page and read the comments left by the CAS admin. 2. Take the actions needed to complete the client's CAS record. And 3. Use Case Manager Review to change the client's CAS intake status to pending second review. Again, no SpiceWorks Help Desk ticket is required as part of this process. The CAS admin will regularly review clients with a pending second review status and complete the prioritization match and referral process. Finally, note that in this process, case managers are going to the Case Manager Review page 2 times. First, to read the comments from the CAS admin and determine what steps they need to take. And second, once they have completed those actions, to go and mark the client's status as pending second review. It is extremely important that case managers ensure that all required actions have been completed before changing the client status to pending second review. The client's CAS intake status should only be changed to pending second review once all of the actions requested by the CAS admin have been completed. And that concludes our tutorial on the Case Manager Review process. Reach out to your CAS admin or HMIS team via a SpiceWorks Help Desk ticket with any questions about this process.